Hello, thanks for joining me tonight again on the Bourbon Journey 2021. Tonight, you can see there's nothing in front of me on the table. Just want to give a quick shout out to the families of those who've lost somebody who has served this country honorably. You can see that my hat says Honor the Fallen. You can see that my grunt style shirt says Never Forget Their Sacrifice. I want to share with you the back of the shirt as well. The servicemen and women who've come before me, who've given the ultimate sacrifice, tonight's video I dedicate to you. So you're probably wondering what we're doing tonight since there's nothing on the table tonight. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a little surprise for you tonight and do something completely different. Okay, so not completely different. But I'll give you the first hint, the glass here. It says Founders Brewing Company Barrel Aged Series. Wait, a brewing company glass on a bourbon page? What's happening? Well, here's another hint. You may have noticed that in one of my previous videos. I was trying to give you a hint. Okay. I can't keep stringing you along. I gotta bring you in on the secret and show you what we're doing tonight. Tonight, I'm going to provide you my tasting review of the Founders highly acclaimed, says so right on the label, KBS, a flavored stout. Now KBS stands for Kentucky Breakfast Stout. What this is Founders takes their already delicious stout beer and they age it in bourbon barrels. Aha! There's the connection. My bourbon journey was preceded by my flavored beer journey. I went through and developed my palate on a lot of different flavored beers, some craft beers, and like this, barrel-aged beers. In fact, even though the glass says Founders Brewing Company, what it has on the front is the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Officer on his steed, and it says CBS, which stands for Canadian Breakfast Stout. They take the same good stout beer and they age it in barrels that had maple syrup in them for a period of time. So the Canadian Breakfast Stout has a sweeter note to it than the KBS. Unfortunately for you, fortunately for me, I've already drank all of the supply I had of the Canadian Breakfast Stout. It isn't produced all that often. It's released in limited quantities, and when it's gone until the next release. Not unlike some of those unicorn bottles that we chased, right, fellas? But anyway, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to demonstrate. This is a room temperature bottle. Through my own experiences previous to today, I've learned that this bottle can be kept in a cellar, cool, dark place for extended periods of time and not get skunky. And I think the reason that is because it's already been aged in barrels before it's bottled. Now this particular one was bottled on 2/7/19. So this is a 2019 release that I had back there. And this one is 12.2% alcohol by volume. For those of us that want to know a proof, that would put it at 24.4 proof in a beer. The thing about these are, you'll see in a moment, but these are extremely dark, stout beers. Okay? Because once again, they're barrel aged. They sit in a bourbon barrel for a whole year before they're bottled. Now this particular one, the KBS, is usually released around April every year. I didn't get any in 2021 because I've already started my pursuit with the Bourbon Journey, and I'm focusing my time and treasures on the Bourbon Journey. But I thought it was a good opportunity to honor our fallen heroes through what I'm wearing, through the support of Grunt Style, and through toasting a glass of a good dark stout beer made right here in the States. So to our fallen comrades, salute. I haven't touched this since probably November of 2020 was the last time I reached into my stash of these. I have, I think, a couple more 2019s, and I think I have a 2020 back there as well. Now, one of the 2020 bottles is being set aside for a close friend in one of the bourbon groups who has done me some favors, so I'm going to return him a favor. But to let you know, this is probably among the most smooth and creamy mouthfeel beers that you'll find. It just coats everything in your mouth. And the carbonation on it is actually similar to a nitro, if you've had any of the nitro brews. The carbonation is extremely fine bubbles. So as far as flavors go, you can obviously pick up that it's a stout beer. That's the basis before it gets aged. So you get strong notes of chocolate, like dark chocolate, black coffee, strong black coffee. There's a little bit of a caramel undertone, and then at the end you get that slight heated finish like you would from a bourbon. It's something that for I think about 5 years I would chase this Kentucky breakfast stout made by Founders every April. I even went so far one year as to speak to the wine, beer, and spirits manager at my local store here, who shall remain nameless, and asked him if I was able to purchase a case. Now at that time, this stuff was so highly sought after, a 4-pack of bottles, 4 of these 12-ounce bottles, would sell for $24.99, and there were 6 4-packs to a case. So I was essentially asking him, can I spend $150 on a case of this stuff? And it happened that he got 5 cases of it. And because he got such a large supply of it, he agreed to let me buy a case. And I think that was actually in 2019. And I think that's where this bottle in front of me probably originated. It might have been the 2018. It was either one of those two. I can't recall exactly. My mind has gone on to other things since then, as you know from watching some of the other videos. So I'm wondering, how many of you out there enjoy something similar to this, in addition to or even alongside of your bourbon that you like? Hit me in the comments down below. Let me know some of the things that you enjoy. I love to share what I enjoy, but I also love it when you share what you enjoy. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button. If you think someone else will like this video, share it all day long, every day. And if you'd like to see the next video I do, and my shenanigans, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks again for joining me on the Bourbon Journey 2021. I hope you enjoy your bourbon journey, even if it includes something that's only bourbon related. Stay safe.